haunted house.
Shall we?
We're closed.
Red McCraith, ma'am, at your service.
Ah, he who killed the beast. Well done.
Thank you. What's your name?
You may call me Jane.
Is this your store?
Yes, it is. Now that Squire Paris has walked on.
I take it he hasn't just gone for a stroll. Can I ask what happened?
He died. I was out hunting, and when I came back, his spirit had gone. It was wrong to leave him to die alone.
His ghost now haunts you. But you know that, right?
Leave his spirit alone, Banisher.
It's no small thing to be haunted.
It's no small thing to be dead. The Squire has always protected me. That's more than I can say for most people. Now I'll do the same for him.
Dear Jane, too kind.
Paris, I presume.
You presume correct. Squire Sincere Paris, or what's left of him.
I'm a banisher, you know. I could help you, both of you. That's what I do.
I don't know. This is new to me. Jane stands by me, though I'm dead. Oh, remarkable woman.
You've only ever stood by me. Now, Banisher, we have work to do, as I'm sure do you, elsewhere.
You there? A word, if I may. We must talk.
I think he means you.
Wonderful. Go on then.
One goes to another. Your rigging says you are, or were, a banisher, correct?
Correct. I'm Antea Duarte, and this is Red McCraith. What can we do for you?
As I'm sure you're aware, someone, somewhere, has made a mistake. Several mistakes, in fact.
Oh, aye.
Yes, I'm not supposed to be dead, and even if I were, I shouldn't be here talking to you. I seem to be haunting Jane. I'd like to employ you to do whatever it is you do and send me on my way.
Do you have any unfinished business that could be keeping you here?
Business was my trade. Trade was my business, but I'm not here because of unsold stock. I must be here for Jane. She was my bodyguard. The contract was informal, but we obeyed it to the letter. For my part, for years I helped to track a group of mercenaries known as the Hummingbirds.
Go on.
I'd rather not. Jane's proudly Pennacle, and the story is her own. She'd tell it to you before she tells your man. She doesn't much trust white men.
I'm shocked. Keep talking.
Before we left New Eden Town, Jane had a secret. She was working on a map. I suspect she was up to something dangerous.
Unfinished business. I'd like to see that map.
If you look behind me, you'll find her quarters. Be discreet. I've betrayed her trust enough.
Jane doesn't trust her boss.
We should poke through the Squire's books.
She's very defensive about that particular patch of forest.
Like you with the blanket when the night is cold. How do you rebuild a life after such horror?
With help. And Squire Paris seems willing.
I wonder about the epidemic. Was it a local disease or something else?
We're not opening that without a key.
Shouldn't be hard to find.
No keys here. I thought I saw something shiny. Still nothing.
You need to see this. I wouldn't have kept a key here.
You probably would. There. The Squire's archives.
Paris had traded with the Pennacook, Jane's people.
Maybe he thought he'd make a profit on her. He's the type.
Don't be so cynical. That's my job.
Squire Paris bought Jane's freedom, then hired her as his bodyguard.
That was generous of him. This contract is the ghost tie. Right. We should talk to the Squire.
I hope you bring good news.
Hummingbird mercenaries massacred Jane's people. She likely seeks revenge.
Ah, right.
You don't seem surprised.
Why do you think we came to a backwater like New Eden? She knew the hummingbirds had been here.
I wonder if it's this that's keeping you here.
Yes, of course. It must be. Right. That's sad. Can I go now?
Jane wants revenge on the mercenaries who killed her people. Maybe that's why you're still here. Give us something to work with, Paris.
Jane had a cache of weapons in the wood. The fiery grove, as she described it. I presume it to mean that the trees there are autumn red.
Arms in the woods. Red leaf trees. Noted.
We'll take our leave, Squire Paris.
I'll set up shop by my graveside. You'll find me there.
She means to kill the hummingbirds.
No surprise there.
Sincere's attitude is definitely strange, and not only for his constant whining.
You bastard!
That rock. A letter from the dead, perhaps.
What the? Oh, ho there! Would you happen to know why the bridge is up? Sir? Oh!
Could people not stop murdering each other for one bloody minute?
And put us out of work.
I'd almost welcome the change at this point.
Come on. The body would have floated downstream. Did I ever mention how good we are together?
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
Jane's fiery grove. Let's search around. By the current, the body likely came ashore somewhere around here. This must be Jane's watchtower. Think you could take on a ghost?
It's about to shoot.
Oh, they do look annoyed.
Back down to hell! Right. Efficient cannon powder.
Peaceful. No wonder she kept it to herself.
Haven where one can moan and scheme. Well, I won't want to.
One day you shall have it, and we can scheme in it together. She's an artist. That makes her doubly dangerous.
And here's the cash. There's enough powder and shot here to bring down an elephant.
Or a flock of hummingbirds, perhaps.
Jane tracked the mercenaries to the swamps. Jane means to kill them all.
With the help of Squire Sincere Paris.
Did you feel that?
It's close.
Something's nearby.
Where is it? Don't let that spectre get to the corpse. Quicken yourself.
Get back up!
Look at the little birdie. I take the heart, you take the roots.
No, I don't just fancy my own garden.
Trust me, you don't want a garden. Watch out! Spectre possession! Get the hell out of there! That spectre's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own. Can I join in too? Standing by. This explains the abandoned loot.
Aye, it does. Cannon powder.
Smallpox-infected blankets to be sold.
The Pennacook sick. Smallpox.
I found something.
the name from Squire Paris's books. Beauverger.
Sincere Paris knew the mercenaries who massacred Jane's people.
And what they did seems to have horrified him.
Squire Paris traded with the mercenaries.
He kept it quiet. I bet Jane doesn't know.
If she doesn't know it yet, when she hears it, she'll be furious.
We need to investigate further. Disease-ridden blankets should be burned. These were sold on.
Like a bullet fired at a target.
We should talk to Squire Paris.
Yes?
Your hands are drenched in Pennacook blood. The hummingbirds gave you pox-riddled blankets to sell to Jane's people. You knew what you were doing and did it anyway.
The hell you say?
This is why you linger. You deny your guilt. That binds you to Jane.
Business is business. Guilt can't come into it, or a man would never turn a profit. Guilt can hang. I didn't know the hummingbirds would attack the camp. Soon as I learned they had, I cut all ties.
The only survivor was enslaved. You bought her title and set her free. A cheap salve for your troubled conscience.
Read it how you will, Mistress Banisher. Now the truth is out. May I go?
It's not so simple. You knowingly sold infected blankets to Jane's tribe. She'll have to hear it.
What? No! No! She must not know! I've made amends. For years, she's had my help. You can't tell her? Please, don't tell her.
Sincere Paris sold the blankets to the tribe. I'm ill at the thought.
Did the squire buy Jane's freedom to assuage his own guilt?
He didn't feel too guilty to profit off her labor. All of him. Unforgivable.
Time to lay it all out for both of them.
I'm sure they'll both be fine with it.
Jay! Don't listen to him. This is a misunderstanding.
Here to come clean, Paris.
What is going on here?
This is your chance, Paris.
The truth, my friend. The truth now.
Have I not always been there for you?
Tell me.
I did not think they would attack you. I swore it was not the plan. I helped you wreak vengeance upon them. Every last one.
Every last one but you. I need no banisher. The spirit of Squire Sincere Paris is mine.
I'm afraid right now it falls to us to end the story. Squire Sincere Paris, you tried to redeem yourself for your evil business. But you're a ghost, and I'm a banisher. We deal death to the dead. That's the trade. And business is business.
No! I've made amends. I've paid my bill.
And now we shall settle your account.
There is nothing for you.
Don't you have somewhere else to be? You'll surely be more useful to someone else.